What's up, peeps? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the secrets that give you the demon moves, and specifically on console. And this is not going to be on like how to slide cancel, how to bunny hop, because I feel a lot of people already know how to use this, but their biggest problem is they don't know when to utilize each specific movement to get the maximum output out of that specific movement that they're trying to do. And that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be telling you guys what is the best movement for each specific scenario and what are the disadvantages of doing that movement. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into this video. So let's start off with the slide canceling, right? What is slide canceling for? Well, number one is to reset the tactical sprint. You'll see a bunch of guys slide canceling around the map, and this is partially to reset the tactical sprint, right? So you can run faster. And then the other one is also, let's say that there's a guy sniping behind you or they're trying to snipe you. When you are slide canceling like this, you're just a little bit harder to hit because you're either up and then you're crouch, you're up and then you're crouch. Just one thing that you want to do that a lot of bots do is once there's somebody sniping at you, or even if you don't know there's somebody sniping at you, don't take long slides like this and then keep on going like this when you're walking around. The reason is because when you're taking a long slide and I am a sniper, then I can kind of like pre-aim where you're gonna be, because that slide is so slow that after a couple slides I know what your basic movement is. So whenever you're running, always run to the side, to the right again, to the right again. So always do a pattern with a quick slide cancel that somebody won't be able to predict. So again, remember, don't run straight and do this little slide canceling because they're gonna be able to snipe you really easy. Next up, let's say there's people in this building, right? You hear shooting around, but you don't know exactly where they are. One of the biggest mistakes of people is slide canceling into the door like this when they don't know who anybody is, right? They don't know wherever they are. And this is a really big negative in your gameplay. You should not do that. The reason is because when you slide into a room like this, you're fully committed into this room. The only thing you can do is try to see where that enemy is, target him and take him down, right? You don't have any escape option because you're already fully committed into the room, right? You slid all the way in there. So what you usually want to do is before you enter a room, the way you slide cancel is, let's say you open it really quick and you want to do slide cancel like this, right? Around the door, trying to check where the enemies are. Now, once you locate it, let's say there's an enemy right there, right? You slide cancel, you see that he's there. So you guys can see slide canceling allows me to quickly peek and get out of enemy harm's way. Right now, you can do a B hop this, but this will be in a little bit later in the video. Right now, we're talking about slide canceling. Let's say he's there. Now, once you've located the target, that's when you can slide cancel into the building and take a couple shots at it. But remember, only slide cancel into doorways when you already know that there's where the enemy's location is, right? Whether he's in the corner, whether he's somewhere else. And remember, also one of the nice things that you want to do is if people expect a slide cancel, what you want to do is combine that with the drop shot, right? So let's say there's somebody in there, slide cancel and drop shot. This is one of the nastiest moves that I've been doing right now, and the slide canceling with the drop shot works perfectly. And if he still doesn't shoot you completely from the drop shot, you can progress to a little hop and get back on the top. Now, if you guys have stims, this is where you really need to take advantage of stims. Let's say you got somebody right here hiding in the corner, right? If you do a quick little slide cancel, you're not really going that far into the room, right? You're going a little bit in front of his face. It still helps, but not as much. Now, if you combine this with the stim, you're going to go ahead and like this, and look at this. I mean, completely different. If the guy's going to be like this, you're going to break the guy's camera. First of all, because not that many people have that high sensitivity, so they're not going to be able to turn around that fast. But remember, always combine your slide cancels when you can with these stims. And just that, the way that the door works, it works the same with angles. Let's say you know there's somebody right over here. What you want to do is never fully commit to an angle like this because they'll catch you on the tactical sprint run. If they catch you on the tactical sprint run, that means that your weapon has to then lower to get ready to fire, and then you'll start shooting. It won't shoot immediately unless, again, you have gung-ho. But most of the time, most of the weapons don't have this. So one of the ways you can use the slide cancel is because when you slide cancel, your weapon is ready to shoot. So that's why always when you're about to go into the corner or anything like that, remember to slide cancel, and again, reason is to have your weapon ready to shoot. Now let's go with the famous B hop. When do you want to use the B hop? Now, B hop is kind of like a personal preference. When let's say again, you know there's somebody in that corner. This is a personal preference, whether you like to slide and drop shot, whether you just like to do a simple slide, or whether you want to do the B hop. It's really up to you and kind of like what you're used to and which one's better for you. Again, there's really no better one here. Both are going to be equally as good. Just let me talk about the difference differences. Number one is with the drop shots, sometimes a little bit more powerful when you're close range. Let's say you're shooting at this guy and then he drop shots. Most of your gun is covering that person. That's why you could be shooting him, and if he drop shots, you can lose sight of the target. But a disadvantage of drop shotting is if he does catch you on that drop shot and he knows exactly what you're doing, then the only thing exposed is going to be your head. So you're just going to get lasered. Now, another thing with the B-hop is people can see you, right? You're not really avoiding their bullets. I mean, maybe you can do a little quick little B-hop, but when they're shooting up and down, you're not really avoiding their bullets. What you're doing is taking away some of those shots that they would have hit in your chest, and now they're hitting in the lower extremities. But that's why if you are going to do B-hops, it's just very, very important that your aim is on point, because remember, when you're aiming, you want to keep your aim. You want to move your aim, obviously, because if I'm like here and I jump and I start shooting, as you guys can see, my aim is also moving. So that's just always something that you want to keep in mind. So again, like I was saying, it just always comes down to personal preference, whether you want to do the slide, the drop shot, or the B-hop when it comes around the corner. Now, what is the B-hop when you are shooting somebody in the street? I would say there is a specific amount of meters until the B-hop is not useful, because again, the accuracy is one of the most important things. So I would say anything maybe like from 15 meters, maybe even 20 meters, you could still probably B-hop somebody. You could still land a couple of shots at him, right, while bunny jumping. Maybe even like the 25 meters could still do it, but you probably have to have a gun that is really good recoil control. But again, after that 25-meter mark, if he's really, really far away, B-hop can actually start to affect you, because like I was saying, your accuracy won't be on point, and you're going to be missing more shots than the enemy is going to be missing you. Because remember, when you're B-hopping, the guy's still going to hit most of his shots, right? Again, just the thing is, he's going to hit your legs, he's going to hit the extremities instead of hitting your the upper part, right? So again, if somebody is really, really close to you, I'd always recommend going with the drop shot. If he's like a little sweaty player and he's slide canceling left to right, I'd recommend going with a jump shot. Reason is because when you go with a drop shot, as you guys can see, your aim kind of slows down at a certain point. If you want to turn left all the way, it kind of goes really slow. So if somebody's really good at you drop shot, they can just jump over you and then take you down really easy. Obviously, if you're in the jump shot, you got him right in front of you and he's not going to break any other cameras, right? So you just have to be aware against the kind of person that you're playing. And if he's moving kind of sweaty left and right, remember, you want to do the drop shot if he's a little bit further away, but never do it right in front of him, because he could just jump over you. So that's why if there's somebody really far away, maybe like 35 meters, you can still do the drop shot, because again, the accuracy will be right there, right? So again, just remember, if you're really, really close enough to maybe 25 meters, you can do the B-hop. Just be aware that you're going to have to hit your shots, because again, B-hopping doesn't mean that they're going to miss most of their shots. And again, one of the problems with the drop shot is if they catch you on the drop shot, they're going to hit a bunch of headshots and they are going to win that fight. So now we're going to go into simulation, right, on how I would clear this house out doing kind of like the pro moves, right, or the demon moves. I've put out spray paints in different parts of the house. Obviously, I know where they are, but again, you guys don't. So this is how we would go first. Again, I hear some shooting in the house. I'm about to push it, but I don't know where they are. I'd open the door first. Remember, always open the door first. Try to check. Do a quick little check. Then go back and forth like this. All right, seems clear. What I'm going to do is, as you guys can see here, I do a quick peek to the corner and back out. Remember, never fully commit. Do the slide cancel and back out. If you fully commit right here and the guy's there, the only thing you're gonna have to do is to contest him. If you commit like this, then maybe you can either play it up or you can perform a little lift or move. All right, so we see that nobody's there. We continue up the stairs. Again, slide cancel, go up, and remember, once you're about to go up the stairs, always aim, because people could be hiding there. First target right there, we take him out, right? First target down. Next up, we go to a little room, and as you guys can see, we spot our enemy right there. With that quick little slide cancel, right, I managed to see him back off a little bit. Let's say he shot me once. I'm gonna play it up really quick. Now what I'm gonna do is he's gonna expect me through here, but as we can see here, we got a position right over here where we can take advantage of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up, change the game plan on him. Oh, I just didn't see that right there. So we're gonna go, I guess we're gonna go like this, a little side. There we go. Jump over here and change the game plan on him, and we can take him from here. And as you guys can see, he won't expect this. He's gonna be aiming right here, and all of a sudden my body's gonna be up there. You can either do that, or from here I'd probably go with the bunny hop. Reason is because I don't have a lot of space here to do the little slide canceling. So what I do is I go with a quick little B-hop right here and catch him right out the corner. Now we're gonna check the final room. Again, quick little peek right there. Quick little peek right there. We see him there. Again, we spot him. We go ahead, make sure that we got our bullets reload. And now what I would do here is probably go with a stim. I'm gonna do it again, but I like to use stim specifically when people are in one position, and that's going to be really easy to get him. So we're going to go with the stim, go like that, and beam him easy. And he won't expect this. All of a sudden, let's say he's checking his door because he saw me. From here, I'm going to swing past right by him all the way over here and then take him out. And ladies and gentlemen, those are a couple tips and tricks on when to utilize the movement and how to become a demon. Because again, everybody knows how to B-hop and everybody knows how to slide cancel. But the moment, the very important thing is to know how to utilize them. Let me know if you got any comments or any questions down below in the comment section. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one.